Okay, everybody, we've done our reinforcing here. So let's just have a look. I went and completed my framing. Actually, you can also go here and you can unload the architectural. We should have done that earlier so we could see things a little better. But that's basically the reinforcing, how you place reinforcing in the model. So let's just go back here and let's reload our architectural model. And let's go back to the top of footing and let's just double check and see if we have everything here. Okay, so I noticed we left out a few columns. So let's go pick those up. So let's just copy this column and let's hit constrain and multiple. We can just go from grid line to grid line to do that. We want to just have a complete structural model here. And oh, we got the columns here as well. Just copy, constrain, multiple, and just go from grid line to grid line. Very simple. We won't worry about reinforcing these columns because we're not structural engineers. We just want to know how it's done, and we want to see how. Oh, another one. Okay. Oh, geez, got more. So let's just copy this one down here, and here. I don't know what that message was, but let's go back. I think we got double counting here. Let's cancel this. Let's hit erase, delete. Yes, that's what happened. So we'll copy this column just so we can have a complete um, model. Now we have all of our columns in. Now let's go back and get the remaining pad footings. So let's go here in structure and we go to isolate it. And we'll select the one we just made, this one, 72 by 72. Now to place these, very simple. You just have to pick up the two grid lines and they'll place. See, very simple. Select the two grid lines. Okay. Okay, there it is. So as soon as you see the two grid lines highlighted, you can snap in because it's going to go to the intersection. See, like there. I'll place one there. We can also do place on grids. They work the same way as columns. There you go. See, Revit is smart enough to know the intersection. I'm not actually even placing it on the center. I'm just putting it about and it's going in. So I think we got a few more here. Wow. So we left all this out. We need to pick these up to move on. Okay, let's go here. So we need to pick up all of our columns in our structural model. We want to get our structural model near as complete as possible because um, it's really not as much work as it is in architecture, but it has to be done first. Wow, sorry about this, folks. I should have done this in my break between uh, videos. Here's another one. Okay. Now we have all of our footings. Let's cancel that. Oh, we missed one. Oh, we missed two. Let's copy this one. Okay. There's another one. There. And there. So we, wow, another one. Okay, I think we got them all. No, we didn't. So this was important for us to get this out of the way because, okay, it looks good. So let's cancel this. Let's go on our 3D view. So we've got all of our footings and our columns in the model that we were using here. So now what we want to do is we want to go and export this across to Navisworks. We can just put this back in shaded view. And we can turn on our floor. But before we do that, I want to do one other thing here. I want to place another bar. And let's go to one of our section views. Let's from the top of footing. And let's just move this guy here. Move this section mark here. And let's double click. Now we want to select the connect the floor to the wall here. Now this is not going to be a typical wall foundation. We're just doing this because it's for learning. So let's go to structure. Let's go to rebar again. And let's see if we can find that shape that I'm thinking about. Nope, can't find it, so let's sketch. So we want to connect the wall to the rebar. So we sketch, we place a line here, and then we'll go down. So yeah, let's go down 16 inches. Let's adjust this line here. Let's make this line a bit longer, just so we can get into the floor. And let's accept that. And now we want to move this over, and we can move this with our space bar. So now this is our connection from the wall to the floor. So here we want to select this bar. We want to go maximum spacing. Let's make this a foot. Click apply. Okay. So they should be all there. Let's go into our 3D view. Let's wireframe this. Here's our rebar. There they are. Okay. So those bars are in place. So let's do this other walls. Same thing. Move this over. We'll rotate 90. Move this over here. And there's our section again, so we could just go and sketch our bar. We'll do a sketch again. And we can go below cover and go down. We want 16 inches. We'll pull this out. We'll accept that, and there we go. So now we'll take this one again. We'll go maximum spacing. We'll go a foot. Enter. So don't take me seriously on this reinforcement. I'm basically just doing this to show you. I mean, you know, the structural engineer, he's going to have what he wants and how he wants this done. Believe me, I work with enough of those guys. Nothing against structural engineers. They have a lot of liability in what they do. Okay, let's go and let's just drag this guy down here. Now, initially when we started doing our details and our putting our drawings together, we'll label these sections accordingly. Okay, and then we'll take that 90 degrees. shut some of this down so we can see here. The window tile. Okay. This section will be 90. Council. Rotate this 90. Okay, bring this down. I should let that section open. I was using that. Okay, now we'll activate this view. Same once again. So we've got concrete cover here on a metal deck. So we're just going to go to structure, rebar, and let's stretch another bar. Let's go from here. To here and down 16 inches. Finish. Select this bar, max spacing, 1 foot. There you go. Should have one more here, I think. Let's take a look at my 3D view. There's that one. Actually, we have 2 more. So we'll take this section and I'll rotate it. Now you can cut sections if you want. I'm just being lazy now, and you know, like I said, it's important that when I start laying sections, they'll stay in the right number, count, sequence. And sometimes you have all these sections all over the place, it gets a bit, you know. Okay, now I want to draw another sketch, and we'll go from here, there, down 16 inches. And we'll say finish. We'll select our rebar, max spacing, 1 foot. Okay. Now where were we? Did we get them all? Let's see. Let's go on my 3D view and see that I get all of those. Okay. There, yep, I got them all. So now, what I want you to do now is I want to take this across and update our Navisworks model before we go in and do some changes and do some things in our architectural model that's linked to this one. So let's just go up in here into our hidden line view, and then we'll do reset our temporary height, and there's all our reinforcement in and our footings and columns all together. So let's go and do add-ins and hit external tools, and let's export this guy to Navisworks. And I'm going to overwrite the last model I had. You can do this, or sometimes when you're working on a job, they might want to keep a record copy, but for our purposes, let's just go ahead and use the one, just overwrite the one we had. Okay. Now let's go find our Navisworks model. There's mine, NWC file. Open this. Opening Navisworks Manage 2018. This is the full version. It allows you to do everything. Okay. Now we're in our new version of our new structural model. Now, as you can see, if you go to the selection tree, we can see we've added structural columns and foundations. There's our 72 by 72 highlighted. You can see that now. Let's go back home. Also in the selection tree, we should see all of our reinforcing. Just move this out of the way. Okay. Foundation. Okay. Vertical floors, concrete rectangular. Oh, don't see it yet, but I know it's in here. There's all, so these are all of our, so these are all of our new entities from our new updated, oh, there's rebar. So there's all the rebar we placed. So we did both, yeah, we did all number fours. So if I highlight rebar, let's just do this. Let's go to selection tree, take rebar, and let's go select all. Sorry, do that. So we have our new structural model for both our link file with architecture and our Navisworks. And we can go to selection tree and see all of the new entities we placed in that file. So we hit rebar. We want to see if I can go to the selection tree. Let me do this. Right, override, copy name. Trying to isolate all just the rebar. Okay. But anyway, so finish up your structural and export the Navisworks. The next session we'll look at our architectural model and make some changes there. Anyway, thanks again for watching. Um, if you enjoy this video, like it, make comments. Uh, have a good one. Bye.